In this video, we will talk about empathy, which is the third competence of emotional intelligence after self-awareness and self-management. We'll discuss what does empathy mean. Empathy is sensing what others feel without their saying so. That means if somebody is sad, I must be able to find out from their face itself that they are sad, or from their voice, or from their body language. Is the ability to sense somebody else's emotions, could be sadness, could be anger, could even be happiness. How do I understand that feeling without their having to say so? That is empathy. Putting yourself into the other person's shoes, understanding the tone, the facial expression, and the nonverbals, and what could be the concerns behind the feelings. The four components for empathy, they are understanding others, that is sensing others' feelings and taking active interest in their concerns. Second is service orientation. That means being able to help them, anticipating their needs, recognizing, and then meeting their customer needs. Very useful if you are in a role where you have to meet with your customers. People without empathy cannot be successful in such role. Third is developing others, finding out what is required for them to develop and helping them increase their capabilities and abilities. Every organization has got politics, every organization has got teams with different factions, and someone with this component is aware of the different political pulls and pressures within companies and organizations. They're able to manage their relationship with everyone without getting sucked into one particular faction. Why is empathy important? All of us know that sometimes doctors can be very, very busy. They do not have even few minutes to talk to a customer. They studied this sort of phenomena in the US and found out that doctors who do not listen to their patients, they're not able to get the full details of the sickness, because you can't just go by the X-rays and MRIs, etc. To listen to the patient, maybe you are able to get a better clue into the sickness or illness or disease or the problem a patient has. So without listening, if they prescribe medicine, it may be a wrong medicine, and US they get sued. So doctors who do not listen get sued more in the US. Listening empathically to end customers results in better product designs, because then you're able to understand what exactly the customer requires. In business dealings, it is always very much essential to find out how the other person feels. It does not mean that you will surrender to that person, but you will use a better argument in your discussions and negotiations. Now, let us see how an empathic response should be. If someone is upset, you don't go and ask him, why are you upset? That becomes a question. Don't tell the person, don't get upset. That is an advice. Don't tell, you always look upset. Face is always like that. That means you are judging that person. That means you are interpreting the person and branding the person. Don't say, it's not good to be upset like this. You are judging that person, agreeing or not agreeing. Don't say any of those things. Just say, I can see that you are upset. Or you look sad, in case the person looks not just upset, it is more than that, it is sadness. Or worried, troubled, scared, whatever is the thing that you think you feel is the feelings that the person has got, use that. Something troubled that person, you say, oh, that really bothered, didn't it? Don't get bothered by such things. You're undermining the person's feelings. How did you feel when a person? So you're just asking a person, just elicit the response rather than, because when you're not sure what exactly is the feeling. It could be even happiness. When somebody is happy about something and the face is showing that happiness, they're going around thinking that somebody will notice my happiness because he wants to disclose some good news about his own life and nobody bothers about it, you'll feel very upset about it. So if you feel happiness in somebody's face, say that you look happy. And if he doesn't say why he's happy or is really happy or not, don't pester him. You just make one statement. That is good enough. So any of the emotions that you think you are able to see in that other person's son, just put it in there. Just reflect the feelings. Incorrect responses could be advising. Don't advise. People will ask for it when it is required. Don't ask questions because they'll interrupt the flow of talk. When somebody is talking and you just suddenly interrupt, basically it means that you are interested in listening to whatever the person is speaking. You want to derail the topic and take him to another track which may be of interest to you. Don't do that. Interpreting one, and when somebody is talking, yeah, this person always like that. Every time you got some problem or other, and then the boredom will show on the face, our face, agreeing and disagreeing. Yeah, yeah, correct, correct, correct. Whatever you're saying is exactly correct. Or saying, no, 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 this cannot happen. You say, oh, no, there was a lot of traffic jam in that place. No, 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 there is never a traffic in that place. The person is not giving a traffic report to you. He is telling, he actually conveying that how frustrated he was in the traffic jam. Maybe there is no traffic in other places. Maybe today there's an accident. He knows because he has just come from there. So don't undermine his irritation about having got stuck in a traffic jam. He say, no, 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 what traffic jam? There is not never a traffic jam in that place. Just listen and say, yeah, you seem to be quite disturbed by the traffic jam. The Chinese character for listening, which comprises of four parts. This is obviously we need ears to hear, but not just the sound, also the intonations. You need eyes to see because eyes will capture the body language. Whether the person is smiling or sad, how is the body posture. You need a mind, that means an open mind to just absorb whatever is you are getting without filtering it. You need undivided attention because if you start looking here and there and also taking notes or also checking your mobile or watching the TV or signing some letter, then it is not undivided attention. Then you're not able to listen. And finally, we need also the heart to feel. You must have the real inclination to help that person by just listening to that person. You may not need to do any other help. Just listening, it's biggest help. Effective listening, 55% of the message that we get from somebody speaking that comes from the body movements, that is body language, face, arms, etc. 38% comes from the voice and only 7% from the words. If I'm saying, when somebody asks, how are you? I'm okay. Now, the words may be that I'm okay, but my entire body language says the opposite. My intonation says opposite. Just don't go by this 7%. Take this 93%, say, okay, he's saying he's okay, but there seems to be some problem. To summarize, empathy is putting oneself into the other person's shoes. It does not involve any of those things, questioning, advising, etc. So don't do any of those things when somebody is speaking. Advise when somebody asks for it after listening, then it's okay. Now tell me what should I do? Then you can give your advice. You're actually respecting the person. Listening empathically is giving utmost respect to that person. Not listening is actually choking the person, not giving that person the emotional air to breathe. So practice this is a practicable skill. Emotional intelligence is a soft skill. So nobody is born with great emotional intelligence. We all practice and become better and better. Thank you for listening. This is Commander Vijay Kumar, corporate trainer.